I did it.
Oh,
Oh, great heavens!
Oh, great heavens!
Oh no.
Oh, that's really funny. That's really funny. The music broke as soon as I started streaming. Just...
Okay, so it's
Yo,
not just me,
so,
huh?
yay! It's
Hold
not
on,
just me.
Working now?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll have to adjust it back and forth probably.
You probably will. I'm not adjusting these. I put them in just now.
Yeah,
I open up Twitch to pull up the chat and I get blasted with the rainbow. Yeah, Diego, schedule just dropped. Gasp emoji, gasp emoji, gasp emoji, TwitchCon banner.
Yeah.
Like, please shut up.
Gasp.
Gasp emoji.
I would show you what it looked like, but I closed it almost instantly because it was an eyesore beyond eyesores.
Faux show. Gasp! 55-month streak? That's crazy, Penny.
Yeah.
Gasp, gasp, gasp.
Wow. Gasp, gasp.
Gasp.
Gasp? Gasp?
Let's get to a 100-month streak, Penny.
Yeah. Just double the amount of time, you know?
When I get to 100 months,
That's when
then
it's
I'll
over.
stop.
Yeah.
I'll stop then.
Yeah.
Stop giving Soleil money then.
Yeah. No more money. No more money.
No more money. No more
Sorry,
money.
Soleil.
You can
Firefox
take your
have an update where you can see what a tab is by scrolling over the tab window part. That's
What?
interesting.
Oh, huh.
mine hasn't had that.
Oh, that's gonna pop up in stream all the time for me, huh? So I always have a new tab up, and I usually drift my mouse up to the top to rest. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh well.
People will get to see your new tab preview all the time if I'm streaming. Uh-oh.
Yeah-oh. Anyhow. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another iteration of DBA Downtimes, one of the multiple spin-offs or offshoot of our more or less weekly tabletop RPG run, the anime campaign Epithet System, known as Destruction Bench Agreement. That's a lot of fucking words.
Wow.
Yeah, we got our funny tabletop game, Destruction Bench Agreement, or DBA, and this is one of the side series where, as many tabletop RPGs are, it's part role-playing, in part RPG funny combat. Whereas we have many different variations on combat in this particular Wayside series, Downtimes are, for the most part, entirely RP focused, where they're usually following the characters that are around in DBA in some sort of downtime activity that's not broadcast to the world via the DBA cameras like all of the mainline episodes are. So yeah, it's a fun time for RP and other events taking place relating to these characters or the world that they reside in. This one we're just counting as a regular downtime, right? It's not a short story, so...
yeah, it's like somewhere between.
It's somewhere in the middle,
wow.
so, like, you know, this
We'll
is...
just call it a downtime because that's the playlist all the short stories go in.
Yeah.
For the sake of bookkeeping, we'll go with a downtime.
Yeah. So, you know, and nothing else. There's nothing else added to the beginning of this, little opening, so, yeah. This downtime in particular is kind of a belated follow-up to a session that Penny ran a bit ago. Speaking
like
of...
3 years ago in real life.
Oh, that hurts.
Hey Penny, speaking of, introduce what's going on here since you're the main person that put this one together.
Hi, I'm Penny and put this together. So, back in episode 163, wow, 36 numbered episodes ago, all these people, except one, were on a funny train that got hijacked by a nuclear event. which, you know, then culminated in them finding out that Poppy over here was causing a little bit of a problem because of an incel demon. Where, yeah, her epithet it just went fucking haywire, and her epithet is Meltdown. So it, you know, caused a level
Meltdown.
9 cataclysmic nuclear event inside this train. And the party had to stop it. Which resulted in Oz summoning Clarice, who then was like, hey, I'll take pity on you. Let's get you a house where no one can bother you with this shit anymore. And Queen Worthless, who was there in the party originally, decided, no, to not be here at this little house topping. So yeah, this is taking place in the past, compared to the normal timeline. How far in the past? Somewhere between 163 and 199. Probably before Oz went missing.
Yeah, I was gonna say somewhere in between 163 and Oz's disappearance arc.
Yeah.
Well, now.
So yeah, Gecko is unfortunately not here right now. They couldn't join us, but I imagined Jinx would be here anyway, so they're just taking a nap.
Taking a snooze.
They're taking a snooze in the lovely whatever kind of weather it is. Yeah, this is just like a funny little housewarming for her. I don't expect it will go on for too long.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on. I guess we're still in the intro now that I think about it. Hey everybody, there's some more people here, but you'll get introduced to them as we go along, and who they're playing. But we got a bunch of characters, a bunch of people around. If you're new around here and you're enjoying yourself and you want to know when, where, how, why, you can catch up with more of the things that we're doing here on this Twitch channel, whether it's more DBA, it's spin-offs, or anything else. You should join our Discord server. Oh, there's the link. Whoa! Go there, get notified, and yeah, bada bing, bada boom. You'll be in the know when we do a stream for an episode that maybe 3 years later we'll do some follow-up downtime to. So yeah, there's that. Hell yeah, there's our Discord server. And with all that being said, I think we're good to go. So.
Yeah, I'm just sending something because I totally forgot about some character that I just blanked entirely.
And that's fair.
Also, I think putting the weird playlist loop thing is what caused it to break, because it doesn't seem to be working again.
It was working for me like a second ago.
I could just...
Yeah, it's doing fine.
I can.
I mean, Penny just restarted it. Is yeah. IDK.
No.
Well, do we wanna wait on that, Pen, or what's the?
What's the?
No, yeah, you know what? Because you know, I'm just gonna mention Emerald was also on the train. I just genuinely forgot about it.
Well, because Emerald wasn't there, it was Owen. You know.
It was Owen.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I just shot Moomin a message regarding that, and if that happens, Emerald's just a little late.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's being late in a space with no time?
True.
Yeah. Anyway, we could probably start.
Forsooth?
Forsooth. Yeah. It's just a little housewarming thing. I explained before we started streaming. There are like little, like, simple decorations. There is food. I just didn't want to put it down. There's a nice little stream that is going through this time slip. Hold on. she has a little like place to grow crops.
Me when I'm growing crops.
Yeah, me when cropulon.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can go inside the house. It does exist.
Gotcha.
I just put everyone outside for now.
Yeah, I mean, in universe, is there anyone that's host anything, or are we just sort of good to wander around and do whatever, or like what's up? What's going on?
I guess technically Poppy would be the host as the house owner.
I mean, I assume mainly for the sake of it, because at the very least, I know from fucking a long time ago, it was mainly me and Ballast who were like Nanashi would want this to happen, and then Clarice would be like, Clarice was like, I'm also trying to help with this. So if anything, I feel like Clarice mostly got this set up. Nanashi did a little help. Poppy is the host of the house, so it's like a situation like that sort of a thing.
It's a triangle situation.
You know,
Nanashi,
as you can see.
A very long triangle.
Yep.
Nanashi's currently hanging out in the little pond.
Yep.
splishing, splashing, taking a bathing.
Flourishing.
They're wet and sloshing in their lane.
They are vibing.
Flourishing even.
Yep.
Oh, I'm mutating.
Oh. Oh, become goo.
Well, yeah, I don't know exactly how long we've all been here at this point, but
probably only like a few minutes.
yeah. I imagine that, like, at a baseline, I mean, like, Javier is definitely interested in, like, I mean, this is a situation that he's kind of used to, considering, right? But, like, you know, the nature of, oh man, look at, where is this stream entering from? Oh, how's all this working? You know, he's probably just sort of walking around surveying the area.
Yeah. You know, I imagine he would be pretty interested in just the general house. Poppy is set at a bench like, thanks for setting all of this up, Clarice.
No problem.
If I might ask, you look different than before?
I mean, I'm not made of lead right now, that's one thing. So... yes.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how you have such control over your facets, epithet, power.
I mean, just as much as anybody else who's trained their epithet and isn't unstable in it. No offense.
Yeah. None taken, I understand. Poppy, you know, used to very clearly be, powerful class 3 individual, is very much now, like, mid class 1. She thinks for a bit. And you know what? In downtime tradition, I'm gonna bring up a funny turn order just so people can talk to stuff. So this isn't talk about stuff in old order, so it's not like weird and awkward.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Hell yeah, baby!
Well, yeah.
Get that. Oh god,
Yeah.
Soleil.
I thought
Yeah,
I actually got a 20 out initiative at Clarice for once.
No, sorry,
No.
pal.
Bonk.
Oh my god!
Both of you fuckers.
Clearly-
This can't be happening.
Fev.
Clearly, me and Soleil should dual tech our turns to talk to each other so that next is
Are you-
Clarice.
Are you in talk to yourself mode, Rush, or?
Oh yeah, I was. I was just idly doing mutations just to see if there were any that would be RP noteworthy. And just about the only one is that Nanashi's lantern is a black light that reveals secrets, but that's about it.
Yeah. Feel free to decide which of you wants to go first, I guess.
Do you have
Do
any
you-
sort of preference, Rush?
It appears we're parrying each other, in which case I will go.
Sure.
And as I previously stated, I'm going to fucking attack Javier, considering they're right there. As fucking Nanashi pulls their head back up above the surface, looks up.
Oh, hello. I know that you were meant to be here. I just felt like saying oh hello like I didn't.
he like turns around, his hands in his pockets. I'm just looks around. You know, this is a convenient little puddle for you, huh?
I put it like that.
Have you
They're like fish in it.
been here before?
Okay. So to be entirely clear,
They put their little hands together, and they take their hands apart. They put on a pair of glasses.
to be entirely clear, not really, but I was very interested in seeing this space made, mostly because I vibed with Poppy on the radiation angle of things.
Right, yeah, I forgot. You actually kind of liked that. He scratches the back of his head.
I am kind of like that, not necessarily liking that, but it does make me feel good and tingly inside.
Right.
For the record, this place, completely not irradiated at all. Just fine. Nice, even.
So, this is pretty much my first time being here.
Yeah.
But,
They like turn around, their tail swishes, and the lantern like unveils its light a little bit around, revealing some of the hidden fish locations.
I have been trying to talk with Clarice and Poppy a whole lot about it.
Right.
They
Well,
take the glasses off.
that works out then. I've been kind of curious how all this works. I mean, I'm kind of used to these sorts of places for obvious reason, but you know, mine sort of came free with the territory. This is a bit of a... I guess this just sort of is here, waves his hands around. Did Clarice, like, just open it, or was this... I don't know.
Well, I mean, when it comes to stuff like this, maybe the house is already here, maybe it was simply made. Your guess is as good as mine.
You know, he kneels down a little bit, hands still in his pockets, right? But, you know, now at this point, kind of closer to Nanashi's level. Did you, like, drink something on the way here? You're, like, way more intelligent compared to before.
Oh, is that how it goes? I'm trying. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on.
Glasses go on. They put their hands together again. It appears that this is like their psychosomatic little gesture whenever they're starting to like do this.
So you and a lot of other people wanted to quickly get as far away from the train as fast as possible as soon as the situation was done, yeah?
Yeah?
So after that happened, I didn't have that instinct. And, also, Oz went with me. And so we went... Sorry, hold on. Gestures over to Oz, does a little wave.
Huh? What? Oh,
They're just waving at
Waves.
you. And then they turn around. We went to the one, witch that was very sleepy in one of the initial cars, because I recognized them, kind of. And then they did a thing to me. And then I figured out my horrible, dark past. And also that I have an epithet. They take the glasses off.
Right. Okay. You gonna talk about this horrible dark past, or is it too dark?
Oh, it was kind of blurry. I was a librarian, and then I was a witch, too. And then something happened to the original animal I was getting my magic from, and then something else happened, and there was a really douchey guy who looked down on me, and I don't really know who he was. And I also have a sister, I think. And I'm a crocodile.
Yeah, I noticed that part. That's the part that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I'm specifically, it's that it is the Cayman crocodile, which is notable specifically because I met the Cayman crocodile in the weird dream sequence I was going through. They're kind of cool. I should probably open up this pool as a summoning spot for them. That would be pretty neat.
Is that
They
like,
read to kids on Tuesdays.
is that like a good idea? I mean, this place is like its whole own thing, right? So
I think you would like another chance to get out. Not as in, like, escape. I mean, like, you know, of the not talking to people. I think I'm the only witch who is, currently with them.
I don't really know how any of that really works. He
Me
waves
neither.
a hand around. Okay, so we're same on that part. But you know, maybe this is just my sort of instinct, but usually going for a whole, you know, demonic summoning circle, he motions around with his hand as he says that to like sort of make the motion of a circle with the pentagram in it, and just sort of going for it, you know, without really thinking it through. I don't know. I think that's the kind of thing that leads to some sort of horrible disaster. Maybe what led to whatever happened to you in the first place, but.
This is true.
I don't really know how all of it works, though, so I guess I'd say you know better than I do, but I guess you don't.
No, it's okay. Here, give me just a second. I'll show you. They put their hands together, and they take a second. And effectively they're going to attempt to use their magic to effectively just create a similar little, like, astral projection pearl, or like, you know, video pearl like they have in their library, so that the Cayman crocodile can talk through it in this little pool or something.
Sure. Why not? Let's see.
I don't know if you want me to roll. Oh yeah, there it is. They just like, in their hands, they create the little, this like strange green pearl, and then they drop it in the water. It's like a bath bomb.
They're just hanging out. They're small. They're small today.
The image is a little fuzzy.
That's the guy you're getting your magic from?
They're
He seems to be
usually a little
going on about something, but the time slip is interrupting it a little bit, despite the fact that the TV in the other inside the house is working perfectly.
They're usually bigger than this. Hold on, they're trying to say something. They lift the pearl up to their ear.
the quote-unquote ear that does not exist. Okay. Alright. They set it back in the water. They look up at Javier.
Right. Okay. Well, happy for you that you found your tragic backstory and got some of your brain back. He goes and starts to stand back up from the kneeling down position he was in, and good luck to figuring out stuff with that guy. You know, looks down to little Baba crocodile.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to deal with a whole lot that I'm not really prepared for.
Well, that's the case. Just take it slow, you know? No need to jump into something.
Oh, also, I know I mentioned it. I know I mentioned that they read to kids on Tuesdays. I have a library. Here is my library card. They offer over a card that has a black square in the center of it. Don't touch the black square. You'll go there instantly.
Huh. Right. You know what? Sure, why not? He, just reaches over, he'll take the card, and if you or your library ever need some sort of interior decorating or something to spice up the place, as he puts Nanashi's card in his pocket, reaches into said same pocket, grabs one of his own business cards and flicks it over.
Nanashi sees the card sort of fluttering above them, goes to reach up, realizes their hands are wet. The card is slowly drifting down towards them. They look to one side, they look to the other. They look confused for a second. They lift their head up and open their mouth as the card descends.
Before, cartoonish chomp sound effect,
That's been cataloged for later.
Yeah. May as well take a look inside the house at this point. And, he at the very least is gonna go in, check and see how house is looking from the inside.
Yeah, I mean, the house looks pretty nice. You see Chariot and Owen, the credits for the movie Little 2019 on the screen, it seems like up next is the movie MVP 2000, from the year 2000, sorry. MVP, of course, standing for Most Valuable Primate, which is about a chimpanzee playing ice hockey.
World's worst TV movie channel.
Yeah.
I'm just randomly generating movies.
Yeah, I figured, considering.
Randomly generating better ones, buddy.
Yeah. Just, takes mental note of skating chimp, right?
Yeah.
Before, let's take a look. Let's check out the other, what's going on in these rooms. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, every house gotta have a bathroom.
Every house gotta have a bathroom. Make a sense.
This is literally just like a little closet cupboardy area with gardening tools and shit.
Nope. And then, presumably bedroom.
Presumably correct.
Alright. Yep. Don't know what else I was sort of expecting, so that all works out.
There's also the back rooms.
Nicely packed up. Yeah, so through here, there's just like a back garden that I didn't want to build.
Right. Oh, this is nice.
It's got more farming stuff in it. More.
Yeah. Huh. After sort of taking a few moments of looking through that, he's gonna go walk back out the front door. Yo, Clarice.
Yeah?
This place, always like a forest or whatever, or did you set this whole thing up like this?
I mean, it was always like a forested area, but the house and everything, no, that had to be built.
Yeah. Just like find this place? Did you cut it open?
She fucking manifests the scythe out of nowhere. Theoretically, if I tried hard enough and practice, I could cut open a place like this. But no, I just found this. There are countless distortions in time and space along the infinite curve if you travel long enough to find.
Alright. You know, living in a distortion like this, that ain't gonna, like, mess with, like, your aging, is it?
I am not the person to ask about that.
Mine?
Well, yeah, you know, where's your living here?
Does it?
Again,
Looks back nervous.
not really the person to ask about that. I could get you connected with a time agent or whatever who actually knows the effects of time anomalies on normal people, but from my experience at least, you should be fine. But of course, I'm not normal either, so...
Right.
But also, you have nuclear isotopes as your DNA, so I don't know how that affects your aging process anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. This stuff's kind of weird. I mean, I know my place is sort of a slowed time thing, so... Or I guess... I don't know how you say it, but, like, you know, it's different time, so... This place is explicitly like a time tear or whatever the hell. And then...
I think tear necessarily as I would say bend or bubble, but regardless.
Yeah,
I think I'll choose not to think about it.
Say yourself. Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's good on my end, at least for now, since I just had the combo with Nanashi as well, so we can move on to Clarice.
Yeah. Clarice.
Right. Oh. Further, I don't know. So, do you need anything else, by the way? Is the TV working fine? I don't know if you want to stick to your relative time periods channels or whatnot, etc., etc.
I think I'd like to stick to the relative time period channels. I don't know what I'd do with future time period TV.
Well, if you're interested in hockey skating chimps, that's what's going on right now, so.
Oh boy. Why do I have the bad movie channel?
Listen, I didn't install the cable. That was the cable guy.
Right. Well, she's like, I'm sure that will be fine. Yeah, cable guy Clarice.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No, I think things are fine. Do things grow faster here?
I mean, not particularly, but if you want them to, I could set something up.
Well...
Like, this is more... It's not that time is different here, necessarily. It's just not connected to the normal progression, per se.
I see. I will choose to understand that.
Like, because, you see, we're having this conversation in a normal pace and in normal sequencing, right? This conversation would still work like that outside of here. It's just like, she pulls out a piece of paper and draws a line on it, and then draws a second smaller line above it. we're on this line, and she just draws a connector, but it's technically inside this line. It just isn't visible, you know?
Okay. So it's like pseudo time inside the time.
Okay, I'm not like a time cop. I don't study these things. I just know them because I've experienced them, you know?
Right, okay. Alright, so it's like a bubble of time that is both connected and disconnected from regular time.
Okay, just again, time bubble? Yes, that's how I've described it. It has its own chronology, which functions properly. It's just that it is disconnected from the universal set of time. So theoretically, let's say the Big Bang happens at the very beginning of time. This place has been fractured from time, so if we were to travel back to the very beginning of the universe, but be in here, we wouldn't know anything different because the Big Bang does not affect this place.
And that's why I'm safe from terrible, terrible people?
More or less.
Okay. That sounds good. Okay, that makes sense. She looks around. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Thanks for setting it up, as I said.
I mean, it's easy. Again, it's really nothing.
She sort of, like, looks down at her hand. She's holding, like, a little cup.
I mean, yeah, Clarice has been drinking too the entire time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So... if I were to want to train my epithet to perhaps not explode forever, I don't suppose you have any advice.
Not especially. The thing with my epithet is that I'm like really, 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 really old. And as far back as I can remember, I was already very powerful and already had a more or less fundamental grasp on how my epithet worked. So I don't really know what it's like to not really know how to use your epithet. Theoretically, I could change my chronology to do that, but if I did that, theoretically, I might stop existing. Even though usually doing that to my own chronology is paradox-free, doing so in a way that removes my understanding of the innately of how my epithet works could create it to where it does create a paradox. You know, that sort of logic.
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
I agree.
Okay. She sort of looks around again. Maybe I'll ask someone who doesn't have, like, a innate, complete understanding of how their stuff works.
Would make more sense to me, personally speaking, yes.
Anything else you want to do, Ballast?
No, that's good for me.
Alright. She's gonna take a drinky.
Drinky poo, perhaps?
Big sippy.
A little drinky poo. Yeah.
Little drinky.
She's...
Dink her oiter.
Yeah. looks around a little bit. Again, sees Jinx having a nap, sees Owen and Chariot through the window. They're watching MVP, Most Valuable Primate.
Yeah, how does that movie
2000.
start? Do you happen to know?
Nope, no idea.
My assumption is the monkey becomes the MVP.
It's part of a trilogy.
Brother, that's gotta be the end. Like, that's...
Yeah.
It's part of a trilogy, and it's by the guys who did Air Bud.
Who could have guessed?
I never would have guessed that part.
She wasn't listening to what Nanashi and that was saying, so she doesn't know Nanashi has an epithet. So she's gonna come down here.
Yeah.
Lots of people starting conversations with the next person in turn order.
That's
crazy.
It
It is. Listen, I thought about talking to Nanashi, but not with what right now. Hey guys.
Mhm.
So, you both have epithets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of advice on how to not explode? How to control it?
Well, my advice wouldn't be useful because, for me, the answer is kill yourself. Which does not apply for most people. I've been informed.
No. I don't think that applies to me.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
No.
Do you need a hug?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just kind of a downer. Time shenanigans make me like this. I'm not a big fan of time. Or acknowledging time. Or it's just the passage of time, the existence of time, time travel objects especially. Just, it's not a great time when you are alive for longer than you would like to be.
I don't know.
But anyways, you want to know about epithet shit, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
She is now... Poppy is now freaking out about the fact that Clarice said that she has, nuclear isotopes in her DNA and she doesn't know how long she's gonna live. Like, if she's gonna... Like, how long, you know?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Not short time, long time.
Sorry, I'm going through the teenage hormone angst phase, so like, don't worry, I've gone through this like, I don't know, 200 times, so I'm used to it, probably.
I forget, did Oz explain their deal in the original episode?
They did, because Queen Worthless's speech included turning this child into an immortal, infinitely reincarnating being.
Right.
Yeah.
Along with Jinx being green, the iconic Queen
The
Worthless
iconic
moment.
bits.
Yeah.
Um,
So Javier knows. Poppy probably doesn't.
You know.
No,
Poppy,
Poppy was-
was
Poppy was very much in her,
Baba
this era.
Yeah. So Poppy has no context for Oz saying their answer is to kill yourself.
She's freaking out a little bit.
Alright, now just hold on a sec. I don't know what any of the... You kind of got a weird group of people, huh? You got a bunch of different time lords, just like, says that, sort of flings his hands around, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with them, right? Kind of deal. And,
Yeah.
witches, you got a bunch of magic, motions, Oz, Nanashi, Jinx looks pretty witchy at the very least, and is like, oh yes, fate pulls, like kind of deal.
Yeah.
Right? As he turns around. So, I don't know about any of that shit, but with, like, epithet and everything, my name is, volatile as something like yours. But, I don't know. Experiment. Just try and figure stuff out. I mean, if nothing else, you got this whole, dimensional slip, time, tear, bubble, bend, whatever the hell, all to yourself, so kind of got your own space to test stuff out.
Well, I guess I could ask for, like, a space in the space, maybe? Or, like, a place that won't become dead if I do that?
Yeah.
I mean, probably. My voice keeps changing.
No, I understand. You've been through a lot.
Ugh. Like, it might be useful also to just generally academic research tends to be, very informative, so if you can get your hands on some books, related to, like, epithets and epithet theory, and also just, like, I don't know, there's, like, some books for parents about how to deal with your child's negative epithet, which can actually be very useful for, when you are yourself trying to learn about how to use your epithet, but in a very let's not destroy the whole house way, you know?
Yeah.
Since normally children who activate their epithets at a young age are very volatile, so, you know, that's very useful.
There's gotta be, like, some material out there that, like, is
I think
resistant.
she has a library now or something, so that might have something.
Yeah, it's, like, resistant against radiation or something, you know, some sort of...
Yeah.
There's gotta be something out there.
Well, that would be also useful. You could just research radiation in general as well to find what things are useful against that, so that you can have some sort of materials that can help you balance that out.
That makes sense. She's... I don't think I ever really...
You know how to read, right?
I know how to read. No, I was just thinking, I don't think I have, like, in retrospect, I don't think I ever... Actually... I don't think I know who my parents are.
Well, research can be useful for that, too.
Right.
Well, like, what do you remember about yourself, then? Because, you know, good old Crocodile over there just had some sort of a life-changing reawakening a bit ago, so I don't know if you can bring them that same witch or whatever, if they have memory awakening powers.
Well, most of my memories are, like, I'm in some kind of lab? Like a big, white prison surrounded by water. Not like underwater, but like inside the building, and then surrounding where I was, there was a lot of water.
Well, you know, regardless, you know, they do have, like, these genetic testing kits now that can help people, like, find people they're related to, and then you can reverse it from there.
Right.
Like,
Is that
I
how
don't know,
that
something,
works?
something in me. Yeah, I think they just need, like, some blood or something. Not blood. It's like spit or, like, hair or whatever, and they can do, like, some sort of mumbo-jumbo reverse engineer that shit, find who you're related to.
Bunch of shit.
Probably also helps because there's, like, epithet people too that can just, like, help with that as well, which I don't know how like, genetics work. I studied epithets last time around, like, and most times around, actually.
It's a bunch of sciencey stuff.
There's, like, sciencey shit. I guess, like, it might take a little bit, but, like, you know, it's not impossible to find people.
Not to be Debbie Downer, but again, with the whole nuclear DNA, don't know exactly how effective that would be with her.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Would that be okay? Would that not cause, like...
I mean, you want to experiment?
Is my hair radioactive?
Okay, do I have... Give me, like, 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to see if I can get my last incarnation, because they actually know more science shit than most of my other lives. like, looks the chariot in the window. Oh, they're not gonna like getting put into the epithet, guys. I don't know. I can like probably see if I can figure out if you have. Just give me like some spit in a tube, and I can just see if that's radioactive or not. Or some hair. I don't know. Like, there's gonna be something.
She hands Oz her cup.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, I mean, we already know what happens when your stuff gets weird, right? He, does air quotes around that. If your hair was radioactive, like, passively, I feel like Jinx would have started growing, like, zebra legs again or whatever happened with her last time.
Oz just, like, sits on the bridge and just, like, I'm not gonna do it, but they just, like, every, like, 5 minutes rolls a new year until they get one that has, like, some sort of breakthrough study about, like, radiation so they can get some radiation tools.
Rolls the Chernobyl disaster 3 times.
I mean, there's probably some radiation tools there. They're just gonna get some tools and just try to solve this quandary.
Javier would notice that
I'm just gonna roll for success rate.
When Poppy gets a little more nervous, the grass around her starts to wilt slightly.
Right. Maybe there is something going on there. He, like, leans down as he witnesses that happening and takes a half step back.
I'm gonna let it move on to Oz, but I don't want to railroad you into this, so feel free to do whatever you want, after or before or during.
Oz just keeps snapping their fingers, like how people in movies snap to, like, try to get fire on their fingers or whatever when they have fire powers, but it's just them trying to find a useful year.
Just a little, like, clock appears.
Come on.
Or, like, a calendar.
Why am I doing worse?
Hey.
Why did I roll the year 1 again?
What are they doing?
Their powers
trying
are
to
all
use
about...
linear time outside of time. That's what they're trying to do.
Time!
They're
I'm trying to remember time!
Yeah,
Okay.
they got time stuff going on. They're trying to totally time it up.
Right. I'd say you get it after a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, tools obtained.
Sits on grass with tools. What is the results, Penny? Is it radioactive? Should they toss it into the river?
Oh, this
They
is
should
hella
not-
radioactive.
They should not toss it into the river, in fact.
Clarice, do we have, like, some sort of disposal here for radioactive materials?
Oh, don't worry. If you throw it into the river, it'll carry it outside of time.
Oh, okay, just drops it.
Yeah.
You might want to do that with, like, all the materials that, like, come off of your hairbrush or your toothbrush. Or really just anything here if you want to, like, actually have visitors.
Is it safe to dispose things out of time?
I mean, it's not in time anymore, so, like...
Then where does it go?
If outside of time, it doesn't
Is outside
matter.
of time a safe, like, waste dump?
If it wasn't safe, it's safe enough because the time cops would have to clean it up.
Oh
Those
my
losers have to
God.
deal with it.
Okay.
I'm still surprised this time cops haven't, like, gotten on to me for, like, all the times that I've, like, recreated the Chernobyl disaster or, like, brought various popes back to life.
Who?
I mean, first and foremost, the land of the dead is not the time cops' problem.
That's fair.
Second off, it's not like you're actually bringing that event to it. You're recreating the event. That is
True.
very different. That is not a rip in time. You're not forcing that historical moment outside of its proper position in the timeline.
Recreating
You
Chernobyl
can't
might
do
get you
that.
arrested for other reasons, though.
I mean,
I'm surprised
yeah,
I
no,
haven't been
that's
arrested
just
for
not
that
the
either.
time cops' job.
What's Chernobyl?
So there
A
was once
nuclear
a...
disaster.
Yeah. Created by various people doing things that they shouldn't have
Russians
via
not
regulations.
doing their job well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember the Chernobyl disaster. Wasn't a great time.
I remember the Chernobyl disaster as Oz, and then I remember when I created the Chernobyl disaster as Oz, and then I
Twice.
remember when I created the Chernobyl
Yeah.
disaster as Oz.
At least
I also,
I wasn't responsible for it the first time.
I also want to say it like you know it's not enough radiation to be like really bad in in small amounts rather. In large amounts, you know, she's probably gonna have to dispose of a hairbrush every couple months.
Oh yeah, well I was trying to get these tools, by the way. I did manage to remember a year when I had to buy Epithet how to help your child with their Epithet books for like my daughters and son. So like here you go.
Just hands her a book.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's like some like police agencies out there that have like, you know, epithet nullifying handcuffs and stuff like that, right? So
Yeah, though it kind of varies in like usefulness, right? Because most of the time it doesn't work on like epithets that affect like your person, right? It's more so reduces the usually it more so reduces the ability to use your epithet outside of yourself, right? Because it doesn't. If you put a handcuff on someone who like their epithet makes them like green and like lizard like a I don't know like a basilisk or whatever, it's not like it like stops them from like being green and looking like a basilisk.
I don't know.
So like it might work, but like I don't know. I wouldn't like put your hopes into it, you know.
I don't really feel like I want to be limited. I
mean,
guess
you don't
like
have
that.
to like cuff your hands together. You could just like cuff one and then just like use it like a weird bracelet.
That just doesn't feel comfortable anymore.
I mean,
Depends on if you
all.
have it padded or not.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be all that comfortable. I mean, you could do. I'm just.
Well, no, I mean I know it isn't comfortable.
I'm just spitballing, shitballing. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the last time you saw her, she did have lead handcuffs.
You know.
Baby.
Well, I guess let me know if there's any advice you need. I didn't think I'd have to help someone with their epithet again after Kimmy and Lilith and... whatever. Well, I'm bored. I'm gonna like... Do you have any like fishing rods? I wonder what kind of time fish come through this river.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, they're
probably...
just regular fish.
But
Hold on a sec.
Time fish.
No. Hold on.
Yeah.
If we threw the radioactive waste into the river and it sends it out of time, did you just like make like a death trap for fish? They just come in here and then die outside of time?
Well, it depends on if they swim upriver.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You say come in here like that river flows in from outside of time. This river only exists because the place that this was before it became disconnected from time had a naturally flowing river. So it really just quote-unquote begins at that northern section and ends at the southern section. So
Then
the
where do
fish
the
that leave...
Sorry.
The fish that leave. So I'd have to get more fish. That's the answer. That you say that like there's more fish that come in here naturally. That is not how that works.
So,
It's
so you,
disconnected from time.
All right, now fair enough. I guess let me restructure my question then. Are you bringing fish in here just so they can swim out of time and
I'm
die?
putting them in the river. I'm putting them in the pond. I don't know who put the fucking new fish in the river. That was me.
well,
Everyone should naturally look upwards.
so, but the point stands. What happens to the fish? do they just have to continuously swim upriver for the rest of their lives? Because
There
they
is
swim
river-
downriver,
then
they
yes.
die?
If they're in the river, I didn't say die. You're putting words that I did not say. First
Okay.
and foremost,
Well, what
being
happens when you're
outside of time
outside
is not
time
death.
as a fish?
You just are outside of time. You cannot think. You cannot guppy because you're outside of time. There is no time, which means that you are just a fish that is in stasis, except it isn't stasis because it isn't real. In any case, why would they? You say up north, but again, they're not swimming in the river because I'm not putting them in the river.
I'm going inside.
All right, yeah. Point being, I don't think we have any fishing rods out here. I don't think that's gonna work out.
No, I actually do have some.
Oz is already gone. That's me.
Oz notices that,
Oh,
you know,
God,
I've already
finished
made the
again.
joke. You know what's on there. You know what's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oz, this was Kimberly's favorite movie.
Of course it fucking was. She had no taste.
Anyway,
Like, literally, like 2 minutes before this bit started, I added a fish entry into the deck.
Good.
Oh my god.
Nanashi has just been kind of standing, or just been like gently like floating here in the river, holding one of the fish and just kind of being like, "Hello there, Mr. Fish. How are you doing today?" And then they gently squish their mouth up and down. Very thirsty. Super cool. Go back in the water. And they fucking dip them back in.
Horrifying.
Yes.
That's the 12th fish.
She's been counting.
What do I do now? They look to the little pearl. The little pearl with the Cayman crocodile on it. Alright. I'm gonna find ingredients to do the full ritual and make this thing a little bigger so that it works here. You just stay right here. And they climb out of the water. They are sopping wet for all of a few seconds, but it, like, you know, it appears that the water just eventually, like, falls off of them.
Yeah. Hydrophobic Nanashi.
Hi.
Hey, you done with your little guy?
Oh
Hello.
no, he needs a little more time to cook, and I need to find the correct things to make the pearl a little bit bigger so that they can manifest over the whole thing.
Poppy looks at the pearl. What is that?
Oh, that's the guy.
Okay. Right.
They're
The
apparently
guy.
the one who gives me my magic. But right now they're small.
Okay. Why?
Well, I can only do so much by just using magic to create a pearl, because a pearl is usually very small. But in order to complete the whole ritual to get them, like, summoned, I had a whole bunch of people do it for fun, because I knew how to do it, but I figured DBA wanted to test a couple people, so I figured I'd do that. You know,
Right.
I forgot what the ingredients were, though, but I think a chicken was involved.
Well, I'd rather not use any chickens in a ritual.
then perhaps
Nanashi goes over and begins to climb up the tree. An apple would work.
Yeah, there are apples. Occasionally one falls into the river and flows out of time.
also,
Nanashi says as they make it halfway up the tree. They sort of like fully like tilt their head backwards to look at Poppy, as in like, you know when you like lean backwards so far your head is kind of facing the opposite direction. That's kind of what Nanashi is doing.
Yeah.
You guys were mentioning me a couple of times. I heard it when I was on fish number 6, 7, and 2. What was up?
He just points over to Poppy. She's just been having memory problems too, so.
Oh. That's a problem.
They eventually grab one of the fruits, toss it into the small pond. They slide back down the tree.
Yeah. It's not like I don't exactly know who I am, but I just don't know who I am. Like, I don't know if I have any family out there. I don't know where I came from. I've mostly spent my life in observed isolation.
Do you want me to try some of my elemental magic combined with one of my weird and scary new epithet things?
Weird and scary.
You're not gonna turn
is
her into
only
a crocodile
scary.
too, are you?
I don't want to be a crocodile.
I don't think so. I was going to use one of the elements combined with one of the words that exists.
What does that mean?
Well, my epithet is something with words. That's as far as I know.
Now, maybe this is just me, but I'm pretty sure that's all epithets, actually.
My epithet is a word.
Here, hold on.
They take a moment. They think.
How do I do this? Oh, I've got it. Javier, can you toss me a cigarette?
Sure. He'd have a spare on him.
They move over. They grab the cigarette. They shing. They take their knife out. They hold their knife in one hand, and they say, "Crumpchery." And then they go and they take the knife and they cut the they cut the cigarette in half.
Okay,
Okay.
now, and then they offer both halves to Javier and Poppy. Now eat it.
Eat it?
Why?
Trust me, it's delicious.
I don't. What?
Do you want me to eat it?
Yeah, you go for it.
I mean,
pal.
okay.
They put one of the halves in and they begin chewing, and it's like, well, it's fine. It's cake.
Give me the other half.
They offer the other half to Javier.
He's gonna squish.
It's cake. It crumples into like it's like suspiciously cigarette shaped cake.
Okay.
Did you
And my knife just does that now for a little bit.
Did you hand them a cake?
No, I guess they make the cigarette into cakes now.
Hmm.
Or I guess anything they cut through with that knife. Alright, so he like shakes his head. What does this have to do with your word or epithet being words? What does that mean?
Oh, I'm thinking that I could maybe put some of the words that are some words together that could maybe help a little bit with figuring something out, because I have in this sort of stuff I have elemental. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm talking too smart right now. They take their glasses, they put their hands together. Because I have magic element stuff that is pretty good, and then I have a word in mind that could theoretically work and help with things. Yes.
So what, you take your knife and you think cake and it makes it cake?
No. Oh, what would happen if I made memories into cake?
I don't know.
I'm
If
not
that's-
going to do that.
If you're not thinking cake, what are you thinking?
How would you even cut them?
I'm thinking of making something. Oh. How do I say this in a way that's understandable? They tippy tap their little crocodile fingers together. Well, I was thinking of taking something that's unknown and making it understood.
You lost me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I have the ability to make use of the element of the unknown. So, like, your past memories. And I know I can probably use a word that can make it understood, so that you can understand unknown. Which would probably do something.
Well, hey, Poppy, if you want to give it a shot, you feel free, but,
This feels highly experimental.
I do not know much about my epithet, other than it does this.
Well, I guess I'd like to know if my epithet can do other things. And also, maybe if there's any memories of my real parents in here. So... sure?
Okay. Nanashi puts their hands together as slight magic energy begins to form around them. Magic and epithet combination stuff. Very interesting. First time I'm doing this. I hope it doesn't go weird. And effectively... Nanashi does that to them, like... in short, basically, Nanashi is going to use, is going to put a hand forward, and effectively just try and take an action to do this sort of magical slash lexical combination type thing. They're going to use the element of Grooey with the word Trudicious. So I'll post bonk and bonk. That has a roll just attached to it. I wasn't intending to roll, but like, that's just I can just sort of do the word thing.
Yeah. Sure. Can you remind me what Grooey and Trudicious mean?
Oh, sure. I can just do that real quick. I'll send
I
it to
am
you
gonna
because
take
you
the
would
roll.
know.
Whenever I hear Gruey, it's like fucking Pikmin with Louie, you know, like
Louie.
That's what I hear.
I mean, hey, if we're gonna take the roll into account, then like fuck it, I'll toss my reroll on there to try and see if I can make it better. Why not? Glonk. Nope, not reroll. We're just going with this.
Welcome back.
Yellow.
I finished the edits that I wanted to make right away.
Yeah, so.
In basically just one of their hands, there is just like this weird grayish white, like almost colorless, almost transparent, like discoloration in their one hand, that they go and they put up against Poppy's like turtleneck. And then, with their other hand, like, weird lexical energy forms in, and then they put that on the other hand, and they sort of just, like, begin to react.
Goodbye.
Did Penny get obliterated?
I don't know.
Internet
she's
go
not
down.
It would seem so.
Ooh,
Gotcha,
fun.
fun.
Yippee! She's checking her service provider.
I'm
Damn it! Now, let me contact the internet guy.
Now
looks like Poppy's
internet is
disconnected.
a lot harder than cable.
Nanashi looks over to Javier as Poppy is feeling the effects. They do a little thumb back towards Poppy. This is normal. This is part of the thing.
Oh, like the the whole thing, you know, as she looks like that and is frozen with buffering over her, you know.
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
So what are Gruian traditions?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, Nanashi's whole thing
Yeah.
is funny secret.
I mean,
Hebrew words.
like, the thing is, Nanashi mostly mentioned what they mean, but also, like, no one's really, like, asked in character.
Womao. Omeo.
For your guys' sake, though, Grui is the element of the unknown, which is a strange, incomprehensible form of things, and Trudicious is clear, / the aspect of having clarity and understanding.
See, I remembered vaguely what Grui does because of the fucking, I think it was because Ensue has access to it, I think, but I did not remember Traditions. Let's see. Oh, not Shimble.
So, Clarice.
Yeah? What?
I thought I was going to say something to you, and then I forgot what it was. It's coming back to me. I've noticed those gears on your hat, and I just wanted to note, super cool. I got a gun from a weird lady that looks kind of similar. And they raise up one of their hands, and there's nothing there.
Okay.
They
Sure.
they look, you know, that they look at their hand.
Hey,
Oh,
you supposed to be holding anything there, pal?
oh, the gun is secret. Sorry.
The gun is secret.
Here, hold on.
They lift up their little lantern over to the gun, and it is revealed. It's effectively Clarice's gun. I think it's like a little Derringer version of it.
Bonk.
Bonk.
I just remembered it, and I was like,
Yeah, like, it makes sense. That's kind of like where I got the scythe from. Like, yeah,
the scythe.
yeah.
Oh,
the
the
one that I
scythe.
pulled out a minute ago.
Oh yes, the scythe.
Mhm.
Have you met this mysterious weaponsmith, Javier?
Huh? What? Just like completely off in his own little thought process as he turns around, looks at the the gun again, the scythe. Don't think so.
Oh darn! Thought we'd be samesies.
Like, what is this, like a specific person that you both met, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an arms dealer.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever dealt with an arms dealer, so.
They had actual a lot of arms.
Sure, why not? He like, shrugs.
I think it's some kind of cosmic bit, but I couldn't quite verify it.
I mean,
I
it's
mean, yeah, they were an arms dealer.
yeah. If
Yeah.
if I had to guess, they're like, well, look at me. This is a distinctive character, physical character trait I have.
Hello, buddy.
And then sort of worked off it.
Yep, my internet's gone. I don't know when it's going to come back. Could be any time between now and 7 a.m., which is in about 6 hours.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah,
A normal amount of time.
a normal amount of time. But who knows? Maybe it'll be earlier.
I don't know when they're supposed to come out of the state. So I'm really hoping it's soon. And I didn't just... Nanashi turns around. Do a thing.
I mean, let's be real here. You did kind of just do a thing.
I did. I'm out here doing things.
Yeah.
Maybe fish number 13 will help.
Poppy is in the realm right now.
Oh, she's in the realm, all right.
In the realm that makes her voice muffled slightly, but
Yeah,
just enough to
sorry.
be heard properly.
Nothing I could do about that.
I know, it's just funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It's funny. But yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Well,
in
Nanashi cast
the story.
Rui true whatever on you.
True dishes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Poppy comes out of the state. But oh god. But stays like that.
Oh? Nanashi twimps around to see Poppy go out of the state.
Yeah. As I said, she
I
stays
can
looking like
join
that because
in
I can't
G.
change it.
Yeah.
I can swap to GM modes. Just give me a second.
And she sort of looks down at Nanashi. I don't really know if that really cleared anything up. All that really
Ooh.
did was make me remember more of the lab and a lot of explosion.
Okay. but we're getting progress, is what I'm hearing.
I guess.
So if
wasn't-
I just
It wasn't
combine,
great.
if I just combine enough things with that, theoretically, eventually you could figure something out.
Maybe another time.
I'm
Perhaps
thinking
when-
magic book with those enchantments, maybe something else. Side of coffee cake to go with it.
Maybe another time when you've figured out this whole new epithet thing.
Green lemonade,
Yeah, I mean,
drink of choice.
both of you seem like you need to learn how to use your epithet stuff, so I don't know, you can become training
I've got a
partner-
book.
You can be training partners or something.
Maybe.
Ooh. Maybe I am trying to become you know, better, so that would
Well-
be good.
Yeah. Maybe maybe don't use me as an experiment though. I am not comfortable with that anymore. I know I
wasn't
agreed
trying
this
to,
time.
I was just trying to help.
I know I appreciate it. I at least wanted to try it out, but maybe not through any more trials.
Okay. You know what? Actually, for the sake of it, one more for the road.
And Nanashi is going to do it, but this time like on themselves, and they fall over.
They into the state.
Alright, so how long was it for you? Like 5 minutes? Maybe a little longer, so they'll be like that for a bit.
What?
Oh, yeah.
How long was I out?
Like maybe 5 minutes.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, they cast the spell or whatever it is that they did. You were in the state for the third time about 5 minutes, and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I understand. Now. I didn't realize I entered the state.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. Sure. I guess I'll watch over them from right at this position.
I mean, yeah, sure. If it's anything like you, they'll be, probably snap out of it on their own, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, enjoy the rest of the time here.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm also gonna be here, I guess.
I mean, yeah, at this point, unless we feel like watching a good old chimp movie, seems like it's just hanging out, so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's nice. I do like that. And yeah, feel free to go through any last stuff you might want to talk about with any of the other guys, or Poppy. But obviously, I knew this was gonna be short on the shorter end, not really like a proper thing, and B, the situation I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, at least on my end, I don't have anything else in particular that, you know, I'm really dying to say, other than, like, you know, hey, we've discussed the nature of the time slip, and, you know, Javier sort of would keep watch on Nanashi and Poppy, as he'd continue just sort of looking around, taking notes on, like, oh man, how is this place working? What's going on? How, you know, what's happening? What's popping? But I don't.
Perhaps
have
the construction of the house. Any ideas for his own?
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't have any. I don't think I don't have anything in particular past that. But
Anything you got, Ballast?
I'm resisting the temptation to chaos card myself twice, but aside from that, no.
Fair enough.
Resist.
Resist. Jimmy?
James, you're muted.
Oh shit.
Oz is just checking to see if the TV in the bedroom is on a different channel and has something else playing.
I mean, they can turn it on, and it's on a different channel. There are more channels.
Oh, thank God. I'll just sit here and watch Animal Planet instead, bruh.
Yeah.
Documentary
Animal
on
Planet.
chimps. There was one in particular
yeah, it's a
that played
documentary
hockey.
on chimps.
But-
Hockey may or may not come up at some point.
Isn't there anything on that isn't about chimps playing hockey?
Indecisive. The news is about a chimp who went on the ice.
Yeah. Oz is disappointed.
It's just a chimp hockey kind of day.
You know, don't you know this is today just so happened to be the 15th
The national, yeah.
yeah, just like the anniversary of when documentary on real life MVP, right? That the very
Yeah.
real chimp from that movie, right? This is like the anniversary of when he went into the big leagues, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like the whole world's kind of been put on pause today. It's hockey chimp day, like.
Why couldn't we have just set the time period of this TV channel to like 2 days from now? God damn it. It's just chimps and hockey, Javier. I swear to God.
Scratches the back of his head. Yeah, well.
I'm stealing the coloring book from Chariot.
Yep, movie's still going.
Oh my.
Nanashi suddenly starts awake with a gasp. Is like,
Ah. I'm back. I missed, and I only got reading all of the Mortal Realm literature.
Now Poppy is blue screening again.
Well, I'm not the one changing the music, so I assume that something's happened with Penny's computer. Hello, Penny.
is she returned?
Good enough for me to get into Roll20, not good enough for me to join a call successfully.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
As I
Wow.
said, Nanashi starts awake. Is like,
I missed. I got only my recollection of reading Mortal World or Material Realm literature. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna start turning roses into cake.
I think you were out for about 5 minutes.
Nanashi begins turning roses into cake.
One of the Mortal Realm literature that she remembers is a book documenting the life of the chimp that became an MVP in the
Yeah.
Exactly. You get it.
Oh.
Motorboat.
MVP. That was in my memories.
Why? Why is it in
I
your
don't
memories?
know. This movie came out before I was born.
How old are you?
19.
does math in head.
Oh, I guess so.
You know,
Yeah, only
Just
a couple
barely.
years.
Yeah.
sometimes these kinds of movies, I mean, they just leave a deep cultural impact.
I forget that people who were born in 2000. Oh god, time.
Oz, you were born after 2000.
Yeah, but also I was alive before then too.
I really wonder if Oz was like not reincarnated like while no, I'll make this joke off stream. It's not important right now.
Something 911.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Listen, I'll say a joke I was gonna say after this. But I imagine we can end it here with everyone surrounding the TV to watch 2000 classic MVP, most valuable primate.
Yeah, based on real life
Come on,
events.
Clarice, join us. Join us.
Nah, Clarice is a bummer. She's too busy.
She's too
shuffling
good
through
for
the chaos cards, you know?
Ape.
Secret Clarice lore, she was that chimp's manager.
Yeah. It really hits home.
I guess my mic wasn't being picked up. I said, no, I'm busy dealing with the internet, remember?
Oh, right, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess the rest of the club are gonna
The
go
rest of the
through.
club who are conscious and not Jinx per se.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna go through their, in honor of the national treasure of an event, right? The yearly wash of MVP. So.
Yeah.
Everyone, take your cake roses. They're delicious.
Did you break my roses?
There's more.
Oh. Okay. She solemnly takes a bite.
It's alright, I can grow you more.
It's
Thanks.
pretty good.
It's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we can end.
Yeah, we can
A
end on
rose by
cake.
any other batter would taste just as sweet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
End scene.
End scene. Nice, short, little tiny time.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed yourself and you want to see when, where, how, why, you can catch up with more of the things that inspire these downtimes and whatnot. Make sure to join Coin. Yeah.
Coin.
Make sure to join our Discord server. If I can grab the link really quickly again. Fine dining. Oh yes.
Yeah. And be sure
If you want to be
watch
the most valuable chimp,
and be sure to watch any and all episodes, specifically 3 years ago, so that we can make another downtime off of something else that happened in the 160 range. Oh, what else was there? Oh yeah, there was we can end.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Couldn't do this the way we do it without all of you. Thank you. Thank you to everybody involved here today, including Penny, but not Penny's internet provider. So.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck you, Virgin.
And, thank you to Gecko and Moomin for, being here in spirit, and Iris for actively not being here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you to everybody, involved, and until next time, good night. See you next time. Bye-bye.